Hello everyone! As you can see, we are here at the Red Bull Ring on for a mixed race with all types of cars here. You see a GT2 car in front of me. I'm in the GT3 Mercedes. There's a Porsche Cup car to my front right. All kinds of stuff driving around. So it's gonna be an interesting race. There's just a random online lobby I found on Sunday morning, which should be good. So let's see what will happen here. Ooh. We're getting ready for the start. Ooh. Great start. Let's see how many dive bomb accidents we're gonna have here. Let's take it a little wide at the start. We're next to a GT2 Maserati. It sounds good in my right ear. Got more front or straight line speed, of course. Still warming up the tires so we don't have the breakability that you'd want. Ooh, big incidents there, but we survived, boys. This is nice to see. We're already in spot 7 of 18, which is not bad at all. These guys are struggling to not hug each other. And that Porsche Cup car is actually holding its own against the GT3s with less downforce. I don't know if it's got a more straight line speed as well than a GT3, or this guy might just be very, very competitive. I know I'm not. But we're here for a nice, chill Sunday morning race. So let's see if we can actually do some damage to these guys' egos. It's, I think, mainly a German server. And die sprechen das nicht so gut. Yesterday I was visiting my parents in Middelburg. The most beautiful city in the world. And some Germans, they asked me how the parking meters worked, and I could not explain it at all. I gotta let this guy go. It's hard to be on the inside there at turn 1, because that curb at the apex is such a huge bonk that you don't want to hit it. It's gonna destroy your bottom. The same goes for this apex curb. It's just crazy. The yellow bonk, at least. It might be a piece of meteorite. Ooh, come on. Yes, beautiful. We're keeping up with these guys. I like to see that. I practiced, I think, half an hour for this race, as I joined last race and there was still 15 minutes left in that race, so I just hot lapped around. And I wanted to try out the Mercedes today, because the 12 hours of Bathurst were concluded this morning. And I thought the Mercedes looked epic, so I wanted to drive it as well. Ooh, that Porsche is looking very, very loose. And the Porsche won the Bathurst 12 hours. That I didn't expect that to happen. Oh yeah, I got a nice wide entry today. Look at that. Almost a second faster already compared to my last lap here. But yeah, I thought the Mercedes looked amazing, and I wanted to try it out as well. And I gotta say, it's a very, very nice and stable car. Fits well with my caveman driving style, I would say. So one thing I also wanted to touch on today is that... Oh, come on, little boy. I'm talking to the car, and a little bit to myself, I guess. But tomorrow I'll be starting my my studies, going back to uni. Going back to college. I don't know what the proper unified English term for it is, but I'm gonna be studying again to be an English teacher But I'm already an English teacher, but I'm not certified, so I gotta go back to school for that. And I'm kind of feeling, I want to say, feeling the pressure. I'm not really scared about it. I know it's just gonna change up a lot. I think it's gonna change up a lot in my life right now because I'm gonna be a lot busier. Because I'll be working 1 day less, but going to school for 2 days per week. So that's gonna be rough. Or at least it might be rough. Maybe it's gonna be a doozy. Let's hope for that. But I wanna. One of the curses I have is that I always want to keep doing stuff more and more and more. And I love doing stuff like sim racing, like posting videos. Last week I had vacation, and I'm working on a Dutch rap album, and I finished another track. But you gotta find time for all these things, and I want to keep up with my friends. I want to watch movies and TV shows and play games with my friends as well, but also meet them in real life. And I still haven't found the right Mrs. PowerQ yet. And that's something I need to get on as well, because I'm almost 30, and I feel like... I know it's not, but I feel like time is running out. And... so yeah, I got all these things that I constantly want to do and I gotta keep track of, and I kind of stress myself out, I guess. And so yeah, tomorrow I'll begin my studies, and I'm very, very curious to how it will be. Oh my lord. No, I couldn't do anything about that. I didn't even get a place because this Bentley overtook me. Well, now I got another place. Top 5 again, baby. But as I was saying, I'm very curious and quite. I got a mixed bag of feelings, I guess. I'm quite excited, but also my life is going to be changing. Which also always means there's some uncertainty to it, of course, and so there's a lot on my plate, I would say, and I'm excited and also a bit scared. But I guess I don't know if scared is the right word. Maybe nervous is more of the correct term for what I'm feeling. But yeah. There's always a lot of stuff happening for me because I make it happen, I guess. And I kind of stress myself out with that kind of stuff. I'm very, very terrible to myself as well. This is going to be a little bit of an introspection, I guess. But yesterday I was thinking about it as well, but even if I do 100 things right, I internally keep calling myself a bad guy, a bad human, just behind on life because 1 or 2 things out of 100 I don't do right, you know? And like mentally, how do you say it? I can rationally think about it and think, well, I'm doing all these things right, and I have all these things in my life I should be happy about, but I guess the feeling of that isn't always there. I don't want to say I'm always depressed because some things don't work out, but I have it frequently enough that it's a bit of a hassle for me, I would say. So sometimes it sours accomplishments as well. let me think of of a shitty example for you. But maybe I've cooked a wonderful meal for my friends and me, and we're having a jolly good time. The whole evening is just amazing. And then let's say the meal is amazing, but I intended there to be like a baguette on the side with the soup or something, and I forgot. I only got one baguette instead of two, and then in my mind it's like, oh man, you couldn't even think of getting two baguettes. What are you, some fucking some dumb brain caveman? You're never gonna make it in life. You're gonna die alone. And people are gonna hate you because you only got one baguette. If that makes sense. It's a stupid example that has never happened before, but people can say I'm doing great. Everybody in the world can say I'm the most amazing person. And there could be hard evidence for that as well, and I'll still find ways to make myself think that I'm the most shitty person. That's even worse than let's say Hitler or something, you know. And I don't get that about myself. It's not every day, but sometimes it comes up. And that's really a big hassle, I would say, sometimes. Oh, yeah. I saw some other car do that as well. And then I took him out. No time for drifters on my server. So yeah, how's this race going? I think we're doing all right. That Bentley is just flying. I don't know how he does it. Maybe because I've been talking and driving on autopilot a little bit. I'll be honest about that. I don't know how he does it. But the guys up ahead, ever since I bumped that Audi, I feel like I've not been driving the best laps. But yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Alright, beautiful. I love the Red Bull Ring as well. I've drove it a lot in iRacing and in the F1 games, especially in the F1 games for track guide purposes, for video purposes. When I was still working at Track Titan, I don't really play the F1 games anymore. I don't like them too much. But I learned this track so well because my boss at Track Titan, I would say, is a real life Porsche coach, and he just explained the hell out of this track to me, and knowing a track better and better, knowing the ins and outs, being there a lot of the time. Whether it be in-game, builds a special connection with it. And the same thing I feel a little bit for Spa, Sebring, and Zandvoort. Zandvoort because I've been there in real life twice, well, more times than twice, I think. A bunch of times, and it's always been amazing fun. There were very special times when I went to Zandvoort, with real special people in my life as well. And Spa, I would say. Spa is just a magnificent track. I've been there 3 times as well. Once invited as a Fanatec VIP with Track Titan as well. That was that was an amazing experience as well. But I also did the 24 hours of Spa on iRacing in, I think in 2022. With Jacob Capello and... Gosh darn. Burkhardt as well. I really had to think about the name. And another guy, which name I forgot. He was another Dutch guy. Real nice guy. Could drive amazing. But I forgot his name because I only met him through, I think, Burkhardt, who got him on the team for the 24 hours. And besides that, we didn't really talk that much. But yeah, being there, practicing for months for Spa, it really gives you a connection to that place. Being there as a VIP, being there also with special people in my life that that really makes a place special, if that makes sense. It gives this emotion to a place. And the same thing goes for Sebring, although I've never been there in real life. I also did the 12 hours of Sebring with Jacob Capello and Burkhardt. And you practice for months, weeks, and it becomes like a comfy second home, as it were. And I really like that. I really like that. That you just jump in the sim. I want to do some more. I like the idea of endurance races, but I really enjoyed them as well. But I want to do some more endurance races. They're so much fun, and preparing for them is also such an event in and of itself, because you just continually, over weeks, you just try to hop on the sim as much as possible and just drive solid laps to get to know the place. And sometimes you do an hour or 2 hours of driving. And it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. Alright. I don't think we're gonna catch up with Mr. Cooper. We're driving, I think, 1 second slower per lap. Ah, that was a great exit, if I do say so myself. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Yeah, during this race, as you can see, I've been just talking on and on and on, and kind of driving on autopilot, mostly. A little bit thinking actively about the race itself. But I guess this car, this Mercedes, I like it a lot because I can just confidently throw it around corners. And I guess it fits my driving style. It's quite stable, but it's not hard to turn into corners either. And I think the last time I drove it seriously was a couple of years ago when I reviewed this thing. And then I always assumed that I was just a Ferrari guy. But I quite like this car as well. It's so stable. It sounds good as well, in game and in real life. It's got this low rumble going on. It's real bassy. It's unlike any other cars on the grid. I don't know what kind of motor it has, but... or engine. But it's a great car in my opinion. I could have pumped up my my tires on the right side. Yeah, but all tires could have used a little more pressure. I guess. Ooh, yeah, we're getting closer to this blue flagged BMW. There's a lot of traffic between me and the next guy, and he needs to make big mistakes for me to catch up. And I guess we're We're gonna be heading into the final lap real soon here. Is it gonna be the next lap, or is it gonna be the one after? Oh, the next one is gonna be final. Alright, alright, alright. Ah, the Maserati, the GT2 Maserati is right behind me. I gotta keep up the speed here. Ooh, a little lag there. I thought it might help me to crash, but we're alright, we're alright. Cugliari. Cooper is all of a sudden, he's 3.6 seconds in front of us. We might even get him back. Oh, who knew this was gonna happen? Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful exit out of that corner. He's only 3.5 seconds in front of us. He might, if he got damaged, he might be fricking up his corners here. Oh, I'm fricking up the corners now. Look at that. He's already gained 3/10 on me. He really needs to frick it up now, or I will never get into his slipstream. Mr. Digit behind. He didn't really quite get close to me. And we almost did our fastest lap here on the last lap. But it was a solid race, if I do say so myself. Let me know what you want to see next. Do you want me to try out another car or some specific track? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the race. And I hope to see each and every one of you beautiful baby boys and girls in the next video. Mwah! I love you guys.